My horse gets scared of his you-know-what. So if you couldn't tell in that first clip, he has a very large friend down there, if you know what I mean. And I've been trying to figure out what's been scaring him a lot lately when I've been leading him out. And after looking back at the video, I think I've figured it out. Maverick is actually my boyfriend's horse, not my horse. However, something I've realised whilst I've been riding him lately and bringing him back into work is that every single time I've led him back to the paddock, for some reason, he's leapt forward and freaked out, saying his hind legs. I thought a bug kept biting him, or like the rug straps were just annoying him every time I put him back on. But I couldn't figure it out because he would never do it on the way from the paddock, only on the way back. I'd love to know if anyone else has had an experience like this, because I thought it was so funny looking back at these videos and figuring it out. Anyways, that is not what the whole entire video is about, so come ride Mav with me. This is about my second week of bringing Mav back into work after he had a couple months off over the holidays. He's maturing so much lately. As you can see in a second, there was a loose horse in the property that actually came from the neighbour's house. Cue the horse running around in the background, and usually I feel like he would spook a lot, but all he did was stare at it and let me know it was there, because I had no idea. I was none the wiser. So a quick little intermission whilst I go attempt to catch the neighbour's horse, who did not want to be caught at first, and I was like, great, it's going to take me forever, isn't it? This horse had managed to climb through the fencing and just was having a grand old time stirring everyone up, which was just great. Anyway, I was eventually able to wrangle Hutchie in and catch him. I could not figure out how to undo the fencing, so for the time being, I actually just shoved him in Maverick's paddock. As one, he didn't want to really move very much, as you can see, and two, I just wanted to go ride Mav. So that was done. It was back to going to Mav. We were going to lease Mav, but just so much going on, we've kind of decided not to. He has always been the one that's on the back burner, but I'm really going to try and get him in full work again. There was a couple of months last year where he was in full work. I had lessons and I took him to Borneo a couple of times and he really did thrive. So I'm hoping to get to that point again. However, he's just the best pony to have around. He's such a plotter. He's so easy. He looks after Reed and he looks after anyone that sits on him. He's such a quiet boy, except when his manhood touches himself, as again you will see in this clip. This is the only way I can think of it. As you can see, it's out. And the only thing that I can think that would scare him and touch his back legs so easily. Other than that little fright, which is fair enough, I guess, when you're not really expecting it. He is just an angel. He's perfect. Like, bringing him back into work, he doesn't do anything wrong. I know life is probably a lot easier when you only focus and put money into one horse. However, I'm just someone that always wants to ride multiple. I just love having a different ride every day. I love going from one horse to the other and just having a different feel rather than the same repetitive things on one horse. I also find I learn so much more riding one horse to the next, as I can feel what I'm asking them very differently compared to the other. Like most of Victoria and I think a lot of New South Wales, we're in a very hot heat wave. Every single day is above 40. I think this day was 43, but I'm able to ride at around 7 to 8 p.m, which helps a lot because I am not going to be crazy and ride that horse during the day. He did so well. He is a horse that tends to go behind the vertical a lot and lean on the bit a lot. So I'm really trying hard to hold my hands up really high and really push him from behind. Something I found with him is that every time I bring him back into work, or he's quite weak or has no muscle in his hind end, is sore, whatever, is that every time I ask for a canter, he'll kick out or pig root. And I'm very glad he actually hadn't today, which means we're getting there slowly but surely. But as you can see, it's still a little bit ugly sometimes when I ask him for a canter. He will flick his head up or alternatively kick out, but I was glad he just flicked his head up today. Otherwise, it's some of our best canter work in a very long time. He really enjoyed himself, and yeah, I was able to get some good work out of him. I'm so upset that my pivot broke in the last video I did, as it's making life very hard to capture any videos of me when I am alone, so I'm so sorry for these really bad angles, but this is the best we can do. I just decided to put a little jump up and pop him over it for some fun at the end of the ride, and this horse's jump, I don't know if I'll ever be able to sit. I don't know what it is. I try and watch and analyse. I think it's his hind end. I know he doesn't kick out very far, but I always find myself just being launched forward, and it really feels like it gets so much airtime. I feel very bad. Hopefully one day I'll be able to adjust myself so I can actually follow him over the jump and not stand up and then get flung forward. But he's very cute. He has a fun little jump, and I do actually enjoy it. And I feel like I have in the past gotten used to it. We'll just see how I go. Overall, super happy with Mav in this ride. And if you saw before, I had our little puppy dog Oakley watching us, which has become a really fun tradition.